Hello everyone, so Jellybean here, and we're back with the CallToArms Gates of Hell-Ostfront video, and this is a tutorial on what your first research pick should be in Conquest. So, you might be a new guy playing the game, a beginner, or maybe even more of a veteran, but some people are struggling, I've noticed, with Conquest, especially the early first few battles. It is very tough. You have limited deployment, limited research points, and limited manpower. Now this is on normal difficulty, but the harder you go, the less stuff you start with as well. So, for instance, we're playing with the Germans now. This is obviously brand new campaign, and you're thinking, right, what do I pick? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, don't get kind of brought into the thing of, oh, I need to take even deployment stage 2, because we even have enough manpower to fill the first deployment stage is also a thing to think about. Now, I'd always advise, whether you're Germans or Russians, or you're in Finland, upgrade your infantry straight to the rifle squad, or whatever provides you with one key thing. Not only better infantry health-wise, because that's 220 against the standard, which is similar to the Russians as well. The Shrung Stod's not bad, but it's the LMG. The LMG makes a massive difference on attack and defense for the damage output of the squad, and they tend to have better equipment overall as well, and a few more men. So it's very useful to have them. You also want to think about anti-tank purposes. Now you can use AT rifles, but not very effective. Personally, I think your best option to go for is the light infantry guns. It's 2 research points to unlock them. These will provide you with not only high explosive firepower for a cheap cost, they're about 360 points, but they don't take up too much of your population cap, but they also have high explosive anti-tank rounds that can take out T-34s, even late stage, and they can disable KVs. They're very powerful, very effective. So you also want to think armoured support, because when you are attacking you do need some basic armour, otherwise you're going to struggle to break through. So straight away you have obviously the Panzer 1. It may not seem like a good tank, but it's still useful just for the first few waves to push. And if you obviously have the point to spare, if you're on normal or easy, get the officer and call in stage 2. So you obviously have more points to bring things in with. So, and then you're thinking, what shall I pick as well? I'd always advise, it's kind of the similar thing to this every kind of start of Conquest. I'd say go for at least 2 infantry squad and a light infantry gun. But I tend to bring a 3rd infantry squad, and then always bring that tank. And at any point you have spare straight away, you'll go for an ammo crate. And then your deployment will be on your first wave, will normally be 2 infantry squads and your tank, which almost fills that. And then wave 2, you can bring your rifle squad, your light infantry gun, and ammo crate. And that'll provide you with 30 infantry, a tank, and some valuable anti-tank and anti-infantry. And this is quite an effective deployment for attack and defense. And obviously, if you're successful on your first attack mission, so for instance, let's say you go for that, you get some manpower and some research points. I wouldn't then go try and get to bigger and better tanks, maybe a Panzer 2 or a Panzer 38T if you want, but I would then either invest in an anti-tank gun, because it's only 10 points and you'll be able to fit that in calling stage 2, and more ammo crates, because in your first defense you'll face hundreds of infantry, and if you don't believe me, just try. Especially on the hard difficulties, you will probably kill about 200 infantry on your first defensive mission, and your men will start to run out of ammo. So if you haven't got these ammo crates, you will struggle. And remember, you also get 2 bonus men with the crate, so as soon as you deploy it, you get 2 extra bodies. And obviously, if you look as well, later on in the campaign, your calling stages have been rebalanced, but to get to calling stage 3, you have to spend 3 research points, then 6 to get to there, and then 9 to get into the larger calling stages. So people trying to rush the calling stages, not only will you not have enough manpower to fill them straight away, but you'll miss out on moving down the line, because you will have to get heavier armour to deal with the KVs and the T-34s. And obviously, if the Russians as well, you will need to advance down the line for when you run into Tigers and things like Panthers, which come a little bit later, but they're a big shock to you. Anyway, I hope that's been helpful. Any questions, ask in the comments, and obviously like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And good luck in Conquest, and hope to see you all on the battlefield. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.